Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys the first perspective on things. And we see them. And today we got a hell of a show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Also, we got a poll, we got a survey that we want you guys to fill out. We have it pinned in the comment section. Only take about 3 to 5 minutes, and you have an opportunity to win some Amazon gift cards. So make sure you go ahead and do that. Let me get into this topic here. So. It has gotten to the point where now Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are always making the news, right? It is just that with the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever, whenever they played, there's usually some coverage that comes after that. So recently they faced each other. In a pretty contested game, and there was a particular play that Caitlin Clark was like a dribble handoff. I think she came off of a screen. I think she hesitated and was making her way to the basket. And on her way to the rim, she was contested. And then Angel Reese came over for what looked like a block. But instead of hitting the ball, she ended up hitting the side of her head. And then she was issued a flagrant foul. So after that play, a lot of people started talking about it. A lot of news publications started writing about it. And as a matter of fact, they spoke about it all throughout sports media today on the major platforms. But after the game, they caught up with Angel Reese in the post-game interview, and they asked her about that particular play, and she had some pretty interesting statements about the officiating in the game. So those are the comments that we want to get into now. But before we even get into what Angel Reese had to say, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time, who's the official sponsor of today's show. Game Time makes getting NBA Finals tickets even faster and easier than ever before. For example, I am super excited about the games between the Dallas Mavericks and the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to the NBA. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, baseball, or concerts, or comedy or theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we want to play some of the things that Angel Reese had to say. It's very short, about 30 seconds or so. So I want you guys to take a listen to what she had to say here, and then we're going to come back and get into some more information for you guys. Take a listen to that there.
I mean, for inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can. I'm still proud of Camilla going on, still getting a double-double. And that's something y'all not going to be able to stop regardless of the referees. Like, we're here for a while. We're not going to be denied, no matter what you guys can try to do. But our goal is to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win and continue to do that.
So you heard what she had to say. Now, before producing this show, I actually had to go back multiple times to watch that play again, and also listen to some people who've been covering the WNBA for some time, who basically said that, look, the WNBA is traditionally a very physical league, and their words are able to give it some context. But I want to read from an article here from a website I never read from before. It's from foxnews.com, and it has the following headline: Angel Reese defends hitting Caitlin Clark in the head, resulting in flagrant foul. It's a basketball play. Continues on. The Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever rematch was a highly anticipated game Sunday afternoon, with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese pitted against each other in another chapter of their WNBA journey. And things got a bit testy when Reese whacked Clark in the head on a block attempt in the third quarter of the Fever's 91-83 victory, resulting in a flagrant foul. Reese was asked about the flagrant foul by a reporter after the game, and she cut him off quickly. As she said, it was a basketball play, Reese said. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight. Reese was adamant officials were not calling the same game on both ends of the floor. The Sky were were called for 21 personal fouls as a team, while the Fever were whistled for 17. Reese and fellow rookie Camila Cardoso each had 5 fouls. And then continues on. It says, I think we went up really strong a lot of times and we didn't get a lot of foul calls, Reese explained when asked about her and Cardoso's performance. Going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people get a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can. And then some other things were said in that article. So you heard what the article had to say. I like the wording that they used, that she would hit in the head. I understand it. Anyway, what are my thoughts on all of this? A play like that, if you pull it off in the NBA today, you're going to be called for flagrant foul. Anything above the anything above the neck area, shoulders, you're going to get called for flagrant foul because they're trying to take that out of the game. So given the fact that they called it a flagrant foul in WNBA or in the NBA, I think it's standardized. It happens. I think that's just going to be the rule of thumb to protect the players. I looked at the play. Do I think it was intentional? No. I think she made a hard, contest and she wanted to block the shot. I think that if Angel had been able to get to the ball, I think it's one of those emphatic blocks that you pull off where you're trying to send a message to the opponents. Like, don't come in here with that weak, what we see it all the time in the NBA. Now, obviously, these two figures are going to be pitted against each other, just given their history and also given what they mean to the WNBA and the number of eyeballs that they bring to the league. To me personally, I think the person who wins at the end, or the entity that wins at the end, is the WNBA. Because once again, we're talking about the WNBA. It is bringing more attention, more eyeballs, and ultimately they benefit overall, right? But it was interesting, however, to hear people that have been covering the league say, no, look, it's a very, very physical league, and plays like this occur all the time, and it's no big deal, no big issues. To me, I think ultimately it was a basketball play. Now, of course, Angel Reese voiced her opinions. She was upset at She was upset at the way the game was called, calling out the referees. I saw a creator. I've seen him before. I don't remember his name. I think he did a tacky job with his title. I can't remember. I can't find the guy's name. I can't find his name right now, but he's a pretty big creator. He has about 800,000. He has about 800. Okay, I found him. Black Conservative Perspective. Listen, I have nothing against conservatives. I have nothing against liberals. This is not that type of show. At least today, that's not what we're doing. I'm not here to attack them, but I think that the title of his video was completely inappropriate and it misrepresented what took place. He said Angel Reese lashes out in victimhood after brutally clotheslining Caitlin Clark during last law. That's a ridiculous way to word that title. It's a ridiculous way. He said about victimhood. Bro, first of all, we're talking basketball, number one. Number two, players complain about calls all the time. Luka Doncic was just maligned for his constant complaining to referees. Is that victimhood? No. Players do it. I've heard LeBron could get on referees. I've heard Kobe in instances get on referees. It's a thing that players do in sports. So to put that type of title, I thought that was unnecessary. And this is stuff we got to clean up on both sides of the aisle. By the way, as I told you guys, we're planning to open up another channel at the end of the year, where we're going to be discussing some of these issues that are taking place in society. We're just trying to figure out how we want to kind of position everything. But I think this was just unnecessary, that type of title, because it creates a false narrative. She complained to the about the referees, but she's not the first one. Head coaches have done that, black and white. So to say that, I think was ridiculous. I think he was just trying to play into some particular, play into a particular base. Look, do I have anything against conservatives? No. Do I have it? No, I don't. In fact, if I thought about myself, I'll probably be, I don't know if this is a term, I'll probably be a centrist, leaning a little bit more towards the right, but I don't be like, oh, these guys are stupid over there, those guys are stupid over there. I just thought that title was ridiculous, and it's just something that I wanted to point out. Anyway, these are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.